And you've got a song called Till You Came Along.
Oh, yeah.
And it's such a sweet song.
Oh, thanks.
Tell us about that
It's
one.
my favorite one. And you know what? It was my nephew. This was
all
my
right.
nephew, yeah. And this is my favorite song that I've ever written. And it has been. My nephew just turned 30, and he was about 4 when I wrote this song for him. And he's getting married this weekend. And he's in the National Guard. I'm so proud of this kid. And, I still look at him like, don't run with scissors in your hands. And he's like, I run with machine guns in my hands. But I lived right behind. When I moved from Missoula back to Amarillo, it was to nanny for Grant, is my nephew's name. And my sister was having her first baby, and she was a teacher. She and her husband were both teachers. And so she had like 6 weeks between her maternity leave being up and her summer vacation starting. And so she said, do you want to come down and nanny while we have to go back to work? And I was like, okay. And so I think that was supposed to be a temporary gig. I got to live in the little rent house behind their house while I nannied for Grant. And I think they thought I would do that 6 weeks and then I'd move on. And I was still living there when he was 4 years old. And he would come over in the middle of the day when I'd be home. And he'd come over when he was walking. And he'd crawl in my window because I left my window open so my dog could get in and out without me having to lean over and reach the doorknob and open the door. And he came over one time, and I was songwriting, which, if you're not familiar, this is what songwriting looks like sometimes. So he came over and he said, hey, let's go outside and play. And I said, I can't right now. I'm really busy, Grant. And he said, you don't look that busy. And that was the day I got the most important songwriting lesson I've ever gotten, which is if you're staring at the ceiling trying to figure out what to write about, it's time to go out and do something worth writing about. And, and little boys are so good for that. And I got to tell you, your boys were little boys when I got to meet you and meet them. And we did these songwriting camps together. And to see the beautiful grown men that they are, Kyle, you should be so proud.
Thank you.
Yep. Whenever I get nervous for the future and I get afraid of the future, I remember, oh yeah, Kyle Hutton is raising boys. We're going to be okay. You came along, a traveling salesman, knocked on my door until I let you in. There was no telling, I don't want what you're selling, but you insisted I'm happy again. I said I'm too busy, I'm too important, I don't have time to be playing your games. You said you don't look that busy, you said daylight is burning, wasting it is such a shame. And you came along, and you had the remedy, something to help me get over my blues. In sunshine and snake oil, blue fades to yellow. I'm lucky that you came along. You spread out your trinkets, baubles and toys, shiny and sparkling the pockets of little boys. And I never knew these were things that I needed up until you came along. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. my planning flew out the window and migrated south. And just like the wind, you know, when I can't see you, I still feel you hanging around. And maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, Red Rover, come over, we'll play hide and seek. And I'm making promises that I've got to keep ever since you came along. Just because you came along, only 'cause you came. Na 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 na. You came along, along, along. Yeah, yeah. You came along, along, along. Thank you. Finally.
Well, let's. I was sitting here trying to think of